What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. It is Tesla Tuesday, so we are going to... Well, we're talking about Tesla. We're talking about my opinions on Gordon Johnson. Might surprise you. He gets made fun of a lot, but wait to hear what I have to say. So we saw... I know I have Google up right here. As you can see, just zone to zone. Bright yellow box to bright yellow box. I did play it. I'm going to explain why. I'm actually going to explain my plays and everything, but that's going to be on Don Fran's show. So right now, this is Don Fran Trading that you're watching. Don Fran's show, I go live on Sundays, Tuesdays, and then there's going to be a recap video on Thursday, or just kind of like what the week's done so far, kind of one of those plays. Talk a little bit about Friday. So tonight, we will talk about Google and Microsoft and what I think for the market going forward, so definitely check that out. For now, today couldn't have been better. I was in Tesla puts, swinging them. Did add on. It was amazing. Got a little nervous right here when we were holding. Then we just dropped down, got to that type 2. If you were in my mentorship group, you saw me. I was just hoping, like, please, let's just get to that type 2 area. That's where we're rock and rolling. That's where the last of them got closed. After hours, a little bit of a pump up. But if you were here on... maybe it was Sunday. If not, it was my mentorship group, and I'm sorry. But we talked about buying Tesla, or like why I'm short Tesla, why I'm swinging Tesla, but also why it's going to be managed today. Because we're coming into the zone. We're coming into the expected move. Like, of course, we're going to find some buyers right there. If you're new to all this, I have a playlist called, I think it's on this channel, it's How I Trade Stocks. Watch those. They're all short, sweet, to the point, but it'll get you up to speed on these yellow boxes, why, how I trade them. I've been doing this for... almost 10 years now. Well, I got like started in 13, like right at 13, like January. So I'm just shy of 10 years. So I'm either on a 10-year lucky streak, or I kind of know what I'm talking about. So if you are interested in any of that, watch the playlist at least. But that's free. It only costs your time. If you're curious about the mentorship, where I am live every night, and you can talk to me every day and be in the chat, that's the Teachable link down below. Yeah, so it is capped. There's still a few spots left, so you're fine. But if you do buy the trading suite, you do have to check your email, because I'm going to reach out. That's how I'm going to invite you to the chat, so be sure to check that. Anyway, as far as Tesla goes, this whole bounce, what I'm looking for is actually a lower high. I don't think we're done yet. I think we found some buyers, and all I'm trying to do is get cute, and I'm probably going to get right back in short, if we're being honest. A part of this, and market-wide, has me thinking, like, does Pelosi or someone like her just want puts cheap? So we got to just rally the troops, get everything pumped up so they can buy cheap puts. We'll see. I want to see how this acts. But to be clear, in my investment account, I have a lot of Tesla. It's my #1 position. So in my trading account, that's where I'm going short. That's where I'm taking trades. And I have made way more trading Tesla than I have just investing in it. And it's by doing things like I'm going long, and then I stop out. I skip some red candles. I get back in. We go long again. It's been on a crazy run. Now, I have about a 97% track record with Tesla puts. Intraday trading, 97% success rate. Swinging it, 97% failure rate. So I hate swinging Tesla puts. Although today I probably did just bring my average down, because I just realized it. I swung a Tesla put and I made money. Not only was I in it, swung it, added on. That at least drops my success rate, or my fail rate down, for sure. So it's not often that I swing Tesla puts, because, well, it's Tesla. Let's talk about Gordon Johnson. You guys have all heard it. You've all heard him talk. If you watch Solving the Money Problems, he likes to play his interviews, and they're comical. For the longest time, I made fun of the guy, and I think a lot of people do. And and it really clicked why. And I've been trying to do some digging. I haven't found any proof yet, but I think I'm close. I think he does work for an oil company, and you guys are probably thinking that's obvious. But Gordon's actually a lot smarter than you guys think, okay? You guys think he's a clown. And Solving the Money Problem calls him Gordon the Class Clown Johnson. I think he needs a little more respect than that. Because if you think about it, like, let's say an oil company reaches out to me and says, Don, we're going to slide you some cash. Check the mayonnaise jar out front at night. There's going to be some cash in there. We want you to, put your price target down, Tesla. We want you to say some not so good things. You've heard the stuff he says. I can't say it with a straight face. I'm not as talented as he is. But if I were to be contacted by an oil company to shill out for that, talk bad on Tesla, I would say everything Gordon's saying. I would say, you know what? You got a deal. Watch this next video. My price target on Tesla is $20. I would say stuff so outlandish you wouldn't take me serious. None of my followers would take me serious. He's doing that for you guys, for his followers. He's like, I gotta say something so crazy people just don't listen to me, because he is a Tesla fanboy. He's been this way for a while. It's been right under our noses, right in front of our faces. Gordon, I'm sorry I ever made fun of you. You're just looking out for us. I appreciate that. The more bearish his calls are, the more bullish he actually is on Tesla. So when Gordon comes out and says, hey, Tesla's a $200 stock, I think the competition's coming. You're right. It is. And holy crap. So when he says $200, what he means is 2,000. You got to add a zero on the back. He's been talking in code this whole entire time. Before I end this, I want to talk about one more thing. One, Gordon, just shout out to you. I'm sorry for all the ever doubting you. I looked at it at a surface level, never really looking past it. And that's something I mock and make fun of a lot. Here I am doing it myself. So shout out to you. Thank you for collecting that check. No one's hating you for that. From the oil company, but not steering your followers wrong. We all appreciate that. So going forward, let's talk about the Tesla competition. There's one thing I did want to get out here, because people talk about value. I get asked a lot, why is it my number one position? Do you think it's overvalued? Yada, yada, yada. And then they talk about cars, and then they bring up Toyota. Like, stop. And so to say this seriously, it's like the number one thing they go for. Like, Tesla's valuation is bigger than Toyota, and Toyota's a big car company. Like, they're looking at it backwards. These car companies are failing companies. Like, I think they are priced right. I think if they had anything worth a crap, they would have a higher valuation. They don't, for a reason. Again, you can't just look at price. You have to look at share structure and all that, because Ford's one of the cheapest one with their 9 trillion shares out there. Just slices of the pie. There's a lot more. But instead of thinking Tesla's too high, just think these other ones, I wouldn't say they're too low, but they're priced right. If they ever got their act together, I think they would get a higher valuation. But also, Tesla's not a car company. And I've drawn this out before, just kind of just put this visual on it. If we are talking, where's my paintbrush? So there's an S-curve, right? This was Ford with the Model T when they invented the assembly line. Boom, now we're pumping up and we're going for it. This is Ford when the F-150 secures its number one vehicle. Not number one truck, number one vehicle. They're at the top, and they've kind of plateaued. Nothing else in the books. They're kind of just there. As long as they maintain that, they maintain the throne. And it's done that for a long time. GM's S-curve was like, all right, we made the LS. We modified. We went from an LT. We went from an iron head to, an aluminum head. Bailed out. Had to start over. We're going under again because the Chevy, the Impala, and the Malibu are the same thing. Hey, we're going to make a Hummer. So their S-curve looks a little bit more like, it just looks weird. But good thing they put their money in the right spots. They pay the right politicians, so things look good. Anyway, Tesla is still just here. We're probably moved up. This is the Lotus converted. Model S and X, yeah, they're coming out. They're rocking. Model 3, Model Y, and now we got a couple factories. Now we're ramping. We got to ramp those factories up. We got to hopefully one day we get into this fantasy world where the Cybertruck comes out. The Semi comes out. Tesla announces a product, and then it comes out. Like, I don't know how Amazon hasn't made an electric vehicle yet. I know they're a partner, but you know how, like, a company will make something, and then, Amazon just makes it? Tesla's announced it so long ago that Amazon has had time to just make their own. Like, it really pisses me off that there's no Cybertruck yet. But, in a dream fantasy land, one day, Tesla will announce a product and it will come out within that decade. And we can say, hey, here comes a new product. Right now, we got some factories up and we're going. So we're going to ramp those up. By the time Tesla gets to here, we're millions of cars a year. We're already there. We got everything. But what Tesla's going to end up doing is starting the next one. Here comes the Robotaxi. It'll just be branches. Here comes Optimus. What's that? Oh, we got solar coming in. Like Tesla, and again, why it's my number one is because it just has one thing after another in the pipeline. So if we're talking about cars, most other auto manufacturers are here, hoping to God they can stay here, maybe ramp up a little bit with the car section and get juiced a little bit. They just don't want to go out of business. GM, I know they had earnings today, and what was it? They got $2.5 billion. Still suck. They got money from the government. I'm going to start calling it Government Motors. I know that's a Stephen Mark Ryan thing from Solving the Money Problem, but the shoe just fits. Like this company's just horrible. Like they should just be allowed to fail. As far as competition goes, and the reason I've been saying Ford and Tesla all along is I knew about the Mach-E long before the public did. I have a lot of friends that work at Ford, like even higher ups. And they were telling about this. Now, they said it was the Mach-E because if anybody found out they were working on an electric vehicle or just rummaging through the files, what they made it sound like, they want you to think they're working on the next Mustang. I didn't know it was actually going to be a Mustang. I thought that was like code talk. I was like, man, they really got some stuff in the pipeline that they don't want to tell you about. So they've been working on it for a while. And next year, they want to pump out 600,000 EVs. And by 2026, they want to be at 2 million. Now, that's leaps and bounds above everyone else. GM, they like to announce EVs, and the Hummer seems cool. But all the other ones so far, you're not allowed to park in your garage because it might burn your house down. Again, they paid a politician, so I think there's a Robotaxi in California, but that's California. So not much there. There's actually no competition. There is the gap so far. Tesla's doing 2 million this year. Ford hopes to have 2 million by 2026. Everyone else, just gone. So it's just exponential. Like, so in your head, you might have just heard Ford is going to catch up to Tesla by 2026. But by 2026, Tesla will be like, do we need another factory? Like, we're already pumping these things out so efficiently we can meet demand. Do we even need more factories? So that's why it remains. This competition thing, if I ever hear Tesla has competition coming, like it's going to water things down or something like that. I saw the other day someone compared Tesla to dogs because there's like 1,000 breeds of dogs and everyone's got a different kind, and Tesla only has 2 cars. And GM's going to have 40 models or something stupid like that. Like, that's silly. Like, I like having a bunch of cars to choose from to buy, but there's enough out there that one manufacturer doesn't need to make 40. And first of all, while we're on Government Motors, the Chevy Impala and Malibu are the same car. Is that really even like... They might as well just badge the Model 3 as something different. The 3 and I don't know, the 33. They would just call it another model. Nothing would change. It's basically what Chevy did. We can take a page out of their book. Anyway, to wrap it up, it will remain my biggest position because I think once we get cars done, Tesla just moves on to the next one. Another big position I have is Ford because if there is going to be anything as far as competition in the EV race, it will be Ford. And if you guys ever say competition again, I just encourage you to Google the auto manufacturer business in general. How many cars there are made and sold each year. We're not scratching, like, Tesla's not competing with anybody. Ford's not competing with anybody. Like, as far as EVs go, There is a lot. Like, we're trying to literally fill the ocean up with little flower watering things that you water plants with. Imagine the ocean is dried out, and you're taking your little bucket and you're dumping it out there. Okay, and you got all the CEOs trying to water it. No one's there's no race yet. Like, we're not even close. We're not even once that fills up, then it'll be who's got market share. There's plenty of market to go around right now, so it shouldn't be a concern right now. Anyway, I'll wrap it up here. I got to get ready for the Don Fran show. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure you jump in the comments because that is where I go live just to talk to you guys and answer questions. So I'll see you there.